You know, sometimes life throws you a curveball and you end up in situations that are utterly ridiculous. Yet somehow they become the highlight of your day. Let me take you back to a sunny afternoon in Paris, where I found myself in a rather unexpected luncheon that could only be described as a delightful disaster. Picture this. I'm sitting in a quaint little restaurant, the kind with checkered tablecloths and a view of the bustling street outside, and I'm just there to enjoy a quiet meal and soak in the Parisian vibe, when, out of nowhere, I meet this woman. She's charming, engaging, and has this air of confidence that draws you in. We strike up a conversation, and before I know it, she's invited me to join her for lunch. Now, I'm not one to turn down a free meal, especially in Paris, so I eagerly accept. But here's where things get interesting. She orders like she's planning to feed an army. I mean, we're talking about a 3-course meal plus wine, and it's like she's in a competition to see how much food she can consume in one sitting. As the courses start arriving, I'm sitting there trying to maintain my composure while internally panicking about the bill that's looming over us like a dark cloud. I can't help but admire her appetite. She devours everything with such gusto, while I'm picking at my salad, trying to stay polite. I mean, who eats like that in public? But then again, who am I to judge? I'm just a spectator in this absurd little show. Now, as the meal progresses, I start to notice something peculiar about her. She's animated, she's witty, but there's a certain desperation in her demeanor. It's like she's trying to impress me, or perhaps distract me from the fact that she's racking up quite the tab. And let's not forget the wine. Oh, the wine. She insists we order another bottle, and I'm sitting there thinking, is this really happening? It's as if we're in a comedy sketch, and I'm the unsuspecting fool who's been caught in her web of extravagance. But here's the kicker. She starts telling me about her life, her dreams, her aspirations, Satan's. And it's all so grandiose. She paints this picture of herself as a woman of the world. Someone who's traveled everywhere and done everything. And I'm just sitting there, half listening, half wondering how I'm going to escape this without losing all my dignity. I mean, who is this woman? Is she for real? Or is this just an elaborate ruse to get a free meal? By the time dessert rolls around, I'm in a state of disbelief. She's ordered something extravagant, of course, and I can't help but chuckle at the absurdity of it all. Here I am, in a Parisian restaurant, sharing a meal with a woman who seems to embody the very essence of indulgence. And as I take a sip of my wine, I realize something profound. This experience, as ridiculous as it may seem, is a reminder of the unpredictability of life. Sometimes you meet people who challenge your perceptions, who make you question your own choices. And sometimes they do it over a lavish meal that you never intended to be a part of. When the bill finally arrives, I brace myself for the inevitable. But to my surprise, she insists on paying. I'm left there, flabbergasted, as she winks at me and slips her card to the waiter. As I leave the restaurant, I can't help but laugh. Life is full of these luncheons, these unexpected encounters that remind us to embrace the absurdity. So the next time you find yourself in a ridiculous situation, just remember, sometimes the best stories come from the most unlikely places.